Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Alex Orwake, and today I wanted to tell you guys a story about how I failed my first driving test. So I wanted to start off by saying the written test that I had to do in driving school, you have to get 80 out of 100, and I think I got an 81 on that, and the test that you actually take at the RMV in Massachusetts, you have to get 18 out of 25 right, and I literally got exactly 18 out of 25 right. So, I mean, ever since my actual road test, or before my actual road test, I've kind of just been barely skimming by absolutely everything that I needed to do to legally get my license. But anyways, when I actually was going to take my road test, I was really nervous, and when I get nervous, a lot of times what I'll try to do is I don't know how to really word this, I kind of just, like, I try to talk through it, I try to talk to people about other things, I try to be social, and that kind of calms me down. And I thought I was going to be able to do that with my driving instructor, just talk about random shit. I don't know, like football was going on then. This was back in February, so you know, maybe the Super Bowl. But I actually I got this guy and who goes by the nickname of Failing Phil, and that kind of freaked me out a little bit. And my driving instructor, before he came in the car, he was like, all right, so this guy, he's not here to be your friend, he's just here to evaluate you, so he's going to be a little bit stern, you might not like him. So I kind of just told myself, like, all right, everything's going to be all right, like, it is what it is, whatever happens happens, that type of deal. And as soon as the driving examiner got in the car, I was extremely nervous. He told me to take a right out of the RMB, and then about halfway through, about like three or 4 minutes maybe of just driving straight, he said, take a right on this street right here. So I take a right, and I accidentally pull into someone's fucking driveway. So that was the first big mistake I made, and he goes, son, this is a driveway, not the street, use your head. So I was like, all right, sorry about that. And then I backed out, I took the correct turn, and on this street, he said, okay, pull over to the side of the road, and back up 10 feet, back up straight, that type of thing. I had no problem with that. And then he says, secure the vehicle as if you're parking uphill with a curb. So pretty much when there's uphill with a curb, you turn the wheel all the way to the left, and you put the emergency brake on, and of course you have to have it in park. So I turned the wheel all the way to the left, I put the emergency brake on, but I didn't put it in park. So I kind of just looked at him like I was done, and he goes, okay, turn the car off. So I turned the car off, and he goes, okay, turn it back on. And I tried turning it back on, but something wasn't right, like it wasn't starting. And in the end, I actually didn't have it in park, it was still in drive, that's why the engine wouldn't start. And it felt like an eternity. I was just sitting there, it felt like hours. I just sat there and I was like trying to turn it on and off and back on again. And then he goes, if you can't figure this out, I'm gonna have to fail you. So eventually I figured it out, but to be honest with you, for a long time there, I thought that was it. I thought that was gonna be what failed me. But that wasn't even the worst of it. So after that, he said do a 3-point turn. So I did a 3-point turn out of the street, and there was no problem with that. Keep in mind, there's a ton of snow on the ground. There was just a huge snowstorm. There's snow banks that I want to say are like a couple feet in the air, a few feet in the air. So we pull out of the street and go back to the RMB, and basically there was like a three-way intersection, and I had to pull out of it. And the way that the road was, they took all the snow on the road and stacked it on top of the already tall snowbank, so it was like a double mega fucking snowbank. So I really could not see over that thing. So I mean, I tried to look over it, and I was at a stop sign, so I tried to look over it when I was stopped, and I didn't think there were any cars there. I really didn't. And I guess I went, and there was a car there. So the examiner put on the instructor brake, and he was like, what are you doing? Like, I actually almost killed us. So that was kind of probably a good thing that he put the instructor brake on, because that car still went forward, and if I had gone forward, there definitely would have been a crash there. And whenever we got back to the RMV, he pretty much, he stopped me near the door. He goes, here, he hands me back my permit and this piece of paper, and he goes, you failed near collision, and he just left. That's all he said. And there was a little mark next to near collision on the piece of paper. And I pretty much had to wait another week to get another driving test. And I mean, that was really hard, that 1 week, because it's just like, I so easily could have had like a license and like being able to drive on my own. But like, just because of one stupid mistake, like, because of like a snowbank, because of the weather, I was like, now I have to wait another week, and it's just, I don't know, every day I was just thinking about that. And so that kind of sucked, but the second one went really well, and I ended up getting my license that time. So that was all good, and I didn't end up having to parallel park because it was so snowy outside, so that probably really would have fucked me over, and I'd probably be talking about that too if I had to do it, because I really wasn't good at that. But luckily I didn't have to do that either. But yeah, if you guys have any funny driving test stories that you want to tell me in the comments, like, I'd definitely love to hear those. Or even if you're going to take your driving test soon, if you're nervous about it or something, or whatever, I'd still love to hear about it. And also, like, if you're going to take it soon, I don't think it'll be as hard of an experience between all the work that you have to do and like the tests and stuff, because Massachusetts has like a very strict requirements for being able to get your license. Like you have to drive 6 hours with an instructor and or 12 hours with an instructor and 6 hours observing, which is literally sitting in the back watching other kids drive with an instructor in the car. So I mean, I don't know, that's just Massachusetts rules, so I'm sure it won't be as hard for a lot of other people that don't live in Massachusetts. But yeah, pretty much that's the story for today. It's a little longer than normal, sorry about that, but see you guys later.